first of all wish you a very happy Doctor's Day.
Thank you very much.
And yes, sir, on behalf of SSTMD School and Junior College, I welcome you. And I'm really very glad that you have taken out time from your hectic schedule for our students.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you indeed.
Happy Doctor's Day. I am Shrikant from class 12.
Good morning, sir. Wishing you a very happy Doctor's Day. I'm Sneha Yadav from class 12.
Thank you.
Sir, to become a doctor is a dream career for most of us. Was your dream career in medicine, or was it your parents who inspired and motivated you about it?
It's both ways. My parents are also doctors. My sister is also a doctor. So I have an elder sister. So she was already in medicine. And so, though it just went with the flow. So maybe in 1990s, when there was no internet, nothing, there were only two options, either medicine or engineering. Rest of the options. I had scored good in both. But since we had a family background that everyone was a doctor, so I knew what happens or what is the expectations out of it. So naturally, it was a natural process.
For being a doctor, we just not need a knowledge of diseases and how to cure patients. We also require some skills, like communication skills, how to interact with patient and make them comfortable. So, according to you, what skills one should adapt to become a successful doctor like you?
See, once you become a doctor, all these skills can be acquired on the way,
Skills.
like communication.
Okay.
So communication skills is something which is required in all branches. But obviously, as a doctor, when you are talking about health issues, you need to be quite sensitive about the other person. The other person is mostly distressed with some problems. So communication is the key. So how you can satisfy him, how you can satisfy his queries. So yes, you're right that as a doctor, you need more communicative skills than other branches. Which over a period of time, I guess, with more corporate hospitals coming in, that skill will be required, but probably the time given by the doctor may be less. So maybe the patient expectations will increase and doctor availability or the time will decrease. So you have to communicate in the shortest possible time, but the best. So communication in the shortest possible time is also the key.
So, like you said, communication is the key. And in our Indian society, we consider doctors as synonyms to gods. So, as a surgeon, you have made surgeries. How do you establish trust in your patients who entrust their valuable lives in your hands?
How it's the patient, on the contrary, who trusts me. So it's the other way. Usually, you say love at first sight. So similarly, the patient also, if he decides he can, otherwise you always see a patient who will always go for one second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion, fifth opinion, and then he gets confused. So it's actually on the patient side, because as a doctor I am the same person. So I am the same person for all patients. But the patient sometimes meets 5 doctors, and as a doctor, the opinions may slightly differ. So it's just like you want to go to Deccan Gymkhana. Someone will say, I will take you through Prabhat Road. Someone, rickshawalas, will say, I will take you to Karve Road. So either you have to trust that, yes, I want to go to Deccan Gymkhana, so I will go through Karve Road and I will trust that rickshawala. But while going through Karve Road, you say, no, Hampi Road would have been better. So the patient factor is also a very important thing, which at times patients are now more confused than they were before, because of half knowledge. So if you have no Google Maps, then it will be easier. But now because you have Google Maps and he is taking you some other, you say no, Google Maps is good, he is wrong. But sometimes he may be right, no, sir. He might, the Google map is showing this way, but I know this is much easier, faster, road is good condition. So you should trust the person, and this trust can be built up only by the patient. As a doctor, always everyone will help you that, but mainly the trust is by the patients.
So, as we are all aware that a doctor's job is a 24/7 job. His life is not easy as a normal person. Doctors don't have a fixed schedule. They have to be available during emergencies. So, sir, being an orthopedic surgeon, how do you manage your emergencies, your work, and also your life?
See, fortunately, I managed it a long time. Now I am only a spine surgeon.
Oh.
So I am a super specialist. So I do only spine surgeries. So that way, emergencies of road traffic accidents and everything become less. So you need to manage your preferences. So if you manage it well, all doctors have time. It is unfortunately a myth that most doctors are busy throughout the day. No, some days are busy. So your schedule may not be planned that, okay, tomorrow I will. If a patient comes today who has to be operated tomorrow, the surgery may last 8 hours. So the tomorrow's schedule is completely gone. But such days, if you leave, the other day you can plan. So yes, a doctor's life is not that busy that, oh, I don't want to be that busy, so I don't want to be a doctor. No.
So being a doctor like you, it's a great responsibility or a huge responsibility. So what do you enjoy about being a doctor the most?
I enjoy my patients' feedback. So when the best thing about being a doctor I enjoy right now than being an engineer is I get to see every day new patients. So I get to interact with so many people with, and every disease is different. So it's fantastic. So you can treat so many patients on the way, and the best feedback is when a patient you have operated and his pain goes, he starts his normal duties, the smile on his face, the content on his face is the most satisfying. So that satisfaction I don't think you get in any other job. So doctor's job is really great in that because you can get that feeling, or it's like an inspiration to work harder. So such inspiration is required from your patient side. So when you treat the patient, he's better, you really feel good for him, and he also feels good. So it's a symbiotic relationship, which makes satisfaction go on and on.
Would you like to share any fun experience of yours during your initial days of being a surgeon, being road to surgeon?
One means what?
Like when you are dealing with patients, you are trying to operate them. So any kind of fun experience, like any new kind of patient who's very scared.
Maybe not fun, but maybe an exciting experience. So I was in Sassoon Hospital. I was doing my residency in Sassoon Hospital. That time, one of our patients was a dreaded criminal. So he had some dacoities on petrol pumps and everything. So whenever he had come over there, he was chained to the bed, and we had operated on him. So I was the junior most surgeon that time. So I used to be very scared, and there are two police which are there, and so you don't know what you have his accomplices, everything, if you don't treat him. So it was exciting. Another very interesting thing was, again in Sassoon Hospital, where one emergency we had a patient who was brought from a road traffic accident from on Pune-Solapur road. And he was in unconscious state. There was nothing belonging on his, and he came over there with multiple fractures. Nobody knew where he was from, everything. So we treated him as an unknown person. Then in the next 3 days, we realized that his wife came. The wife came from somewhere Dehradun. He was a engineer who used to work on oil rigs. And he was on the job somewhere. That person, he was actually on a very high position. But by that time, his wife came, everything, it was almost 5 days. It was in Sassoon Hospital, which was general ward. We had established so good rapport with him by that time that he said, no, I want treatment in Sassoon Hospital only. So we treated him for almost 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So he had multiple fractures. So we operated him 3-4 times. And I still remember, this was way back in 1999. He messaged me when he was in Pune in 2012-2013. So he came, he was again now in a good position, he was working well, his children were big now. So he came to thank me. So that was again a memorable experience that time he found out about me that I am in Dinanath and then he came. So again these two experiences from Sassoon are really nice. The first time we were really scared, and the next time the affection of that person, actually he could have gone, his company said, okay, we will treat you in Bombay and we will see to it that all treatment will be given. He said, no, I trust these doctors, so I will be here.
Sorry, sir. I had a question.
Yes.
Like, after the pandemic started, 2022, students, the teenagers, adults, even the grandparents, everyone was at home. Everyone did work from home, teenagers, adults. They sat for long hours for their work, for studying. And even now we see everyone adapted work from home. Everyone is working for long and long hours, they're sitting at desks. And even we students, we are sitting for long hours for attendance. So we face many kind of posture issues, severe back pains too. So how do we manage them? And how do we keep our spinal cord healthy?
So as you rightly said, it's mainly humans are not evolved for a sitting job. Humans are evolved so that mobility is there. So you move. So sitting job is kind of a regression for humans. But obviously for efficiency purposes you should sit. So it should be a balance always. So sitting, walking, exercising. Sitting for 8 hours is okay. But if you exercise for 2 hours, then sitting for 8 hours is okay. But if you just sit for 8 hours and sleep, then your muscles, your joints, they don't have enough flexibility. The muscles don't have the strength. So the answer to this is exercises. And obviously the right sitting posture. So you should not slouch, you should not sit in an untoward posture, because that may be easy for that moment. But if your body gets used to that, then you will always feel like sleeping in the same posture. So, right posture and good exercises. So, irrespective of whatever work is there, either sitting or you are working in a farm, or you are a doctor, or you are an engineer, exercises is a must. So, most people, they feel that we don't get enough time for exercise. I think that's a myth.
And it is said that 15 to 20 minutes exercise is compulsory and very essential.
Yes, more than that. But 15-20 minutes is enough. See, the love for exercise can be there only at your age.
Yeah, we see it a lot.
But unfortunately, between 10th, 8th standard to 12th standard, you are so busy in all competitive exams that you are pressurized. Work hard right now. So, I think all classes and everything should now include 1 hour of exercise completely. That improves your mental efficiency also. So if you exercise well, your mind will be really fresh.
So can you name some exercises that anyone can do during their workplace or while sitting in class, just if you get a 10 minutes break or 20 minutes break?
See, those kind of exercises are the stretching exercises.
Right.
So what you're Like you stretch yourself up, down, twist yourself, move your ankle. But actual exercise, if you want a complete exercise, you should do Surya Namaskar.
Surya Namaskar.
So if you have no time, so have 12 Surya Namaskars every day, increase it to 24 and follow it. So that will have enough amount of flexibility, strength in your upper arms, your lower arms, as well as your back. So it's kind of a complete exercise in the shortest possible time and a coordinated way, which is to be followed in the same routine. So start doing Surya Namaskar.
People are also consuming that protein bars, protein shakes. So what are your views? Do you consume them on a regular basis or not?
See, I think it's again more related to the kind of marketing and this thing. If you have enough proteins in your diet, you don't require excess protein. So this is what protein bars may be required for athletes, for who are training very hard, who want a shortest period of time for their build-up of muscles. Yes, for them, they require it. But protein, when you are doing exercises, I don't think you should aim at protein bars. You should have a healthy diet. A healthy diet has no option.
So on behalf of our principal, staff and all the SSPMS family, we thank you for sharing your valuable experience and time. We will always be grateful to you for sharing your guidance. We feel lucky to have a chat with you. Thank you, sir, once again. Happy Doctor's Day.
Thank you.